We now have more of John Dickerson's conversation with President Trump. The Face the Nation anchor asked the president what he has learned in his first 100 days on the job.
Give me another thing you learned that you're going to adapt and change, because all presidents have to at this
Well, I
stage.
think things generally tend to go a little bit slower than you'd like them to go.
Why?
Just a system. It's just a very, very bureaucratic system. I think the rules in Congress, and in particular the rules in the Senate, are unbelievably archaic and slow-moving, and in many cases unfair. In many cases, you're forced to make deals that are not the deal you'd make. You'd make a much different kind of a deal. You're forced into situations that you hate to be forced into.
John Dickerson joins us now at the table. John, good morning.
Good morning, Gayle.
It was a very interesting interview yesterday. It was very fascinating to hear him say that he's had tougher jobs in being president of the United States. Did he elaborate on what that is?
Well, he was doing a little bit of a course correction, because earlier in the week in interviews he'd said he didn't realize how tough the job would be, and that he thought it would be easier. So I think he was balancing out his remarks on that. But he clearly is frustrated by the pace of things in the Senate. He's not the first president to be frustrated by the pace of things in the Senate. The founders made it that way. They made it to be frustrated. Those deals he's talking about are the compromise that the system forces you into. But, Woodrow Wilson said a president can be as big a man as he wants to be. But then he actually got into the job, and what did he do? He complained about those darn senators who kept thwarting him in what he wanted to do. So this is a presidential tradition.
The biggest takeaway for you? The
biggest takeaway is that the president wants to move faster and is bristling against. He was anxious to show the accomplishments, but he wants to move faster.
John, thank you. I know you'll return throughout this broadcast here at the White House.